going to talk about lever action rifles as a survival option. Something that you can take for self-defense, but also use in many different kind of situations. So the lever action rifle, just an American classic and a very well-balanced, handy rifle to have. Now, I have a special place for lever action rifles. My first centerfire rifle was a Marlin 30-30, and I love that gun. Just very handy, well balanced, just an excellent rifle. One of the things I really like about it is that, a 30-30 out to about 150 yards, that's pretty much all you're going to get. This is a Marlin 1894 38-357. And even at that, this round is effective out to about 125 yards with good 357 magnums. One of the differences with a rifle like this and a pistol is because the rifle barrel is longer, you're getting a better sight radius, but you gain about 300 feet per second out of that bullet. So the rifle gives you a great option. The other thing about these pistol calibers in these rifles is that you can have a pistol on your side and the rifle that shoots the same ammunition in your rifle. It makes it a great combination. One of the things that I really like about a lever action rifle, especially in a bug out situation, would be that this gun is not intimidating. It's something that people have seen for many years, and you can, if you were in a bug out situation where you were heading out, having this over your shoulder rather than an AK-47 or an AR-15, you might be able to blend in a little better. Now, I like the option of a scope on a 30-30 or one of these lever action type rifles, but I personally like carrying these typically with no scope. It makes it really handy, very quick to pull up on your shoulder if you're scouting or if you're just out and about on a large piece of property. And this is great for coyotes and other small vermin, but it's also good for deer. Small deer that you'd find wood deer. And especially in this area, we live in the eastern part of the United States, and the deer are not quite as large. So this makes an excellent all-around hunting caliber for this area. If you wanted to go with a 44 Magnum, you could even go up to larger game, such as black bear and some other things. But this makes a very versatile rifle. With the 38-357, it holds 9 rounds. So you've got a decent amount of ammunition in the tubular magazine. With the 44 Magnum, you have 10 rounds. So, and then it's loaded, and then it's also easy to load into this chamber for reloads. With that being said, it makes it really easy for a tactical reload. If you fire off a couple of rounds, you can slip in the rounds you shot in here in a lull. So makes it great for a tactical reload. Now I want to specifically talk about this little Marlin 1894 and kind of review part of this, because this is a neat little rifle. Again, it does hold 9 in the tubular magazine. You feed it right here. Just lower this port down, and then the rounds just slide right in. It has an 18.5-inch barrel, which makes this very compact and very maneuverable, easy to handle. With the lever, of course, this has been safety checked, which you should also do before handling. It has the flat side here instead of the rounded off lever. It has the gold trigger. This has a hammer spur on it to make it easy for when you have a scope on it. One thing about the Marlin is, which is an advantage over the Winchester, which I love the old Winchester 94s, is that you can actually mount a scope, and there are mounting screws already in the top of the receiver. As you can see, this comes back. This is the ejection. This will fire out here. On the old Winchesters, it was out the top, and it was very difficult to mount a scope. In fact, you had to do it on the side of the receiver. So this is just a little advantage with the little Marlin. Has the semi buckhorn flip down rear sight here, and then it has a gold bead on the front. A lot of them have a hooded bead on the front. This one does not. It's one of the older ones, and it has just the gold bead on the front. This is where the ammunition is placed. Just slides right in. Of course, that makes it really easy for a tactical reload. Also, you can see the ejection. The rounds feed up and then go straight into the chamber. Has the gold trigger. This has the hammer spur, which this can be removed just to have a basic hammer. But if you've got a scope, as you can see, this really makes it nice to be able to grab your hammer and pull it back rather than reach here and pull back. This has the Weaver type mount. This does not come with the rifle, but it's easily accessible to put a Weaver style mount or a Picatinny. Picatinny rail for your more military type scopes. But you know, the big thing is this really blends in well if you're carrying something like this in a survival situation. You're not going to stand out as a militant or something like that. So, which you don't want to do. But a very well made. Marlin has been making these for years, and they really know how to make these. Excellent quality. The bluing on here is just beautiful. Beautiful bluing. Can't say enough about the quality of this rifle. The rifle weighs about 6 pounds. It's 36 inches overall length. A nice little compact rifle. I've seen some from, I think Taurus makes one that's really small. But these make a really fun to shoot, easy on the pocketbook as far as the ammunition cost. And it's really an excellent option in a survival, self-defense, home defense situation. Don't overlook the little lever action rifle, because it really has a great place in sensible survival. $18.94 Marlin and .38 Special 357. Very good brush gun. Really nice if you're carrying a 357 on your hip. As far as prices go, a Marlin 3030, there are a lot of them out there. You can find them for around the $350 range in a good used Marlin 3030. Sometimes you can get them even with the scopes for that price. New, of course, they run higher. The little 1894 338 357s and 4444 Magnums, they're pretty pricey. And they can run up to around, in fact, I found quite a few at the 500, 550 range. You could save that on ammunition in the long run. But just a great little gun to have with a lot of different options. Very versatile. Please subscribe for more fun gun reviews and sensible survival. God bless America. Long live the Republic.